So I'm Dan, and I'm going to talk about some work I've been doing on modeling sleep. So one of the things you notice about the cortex when you stick a wire in it is that it shows a range of states that are a function of the behavioral state of the animal. So when the animal is alert and attending, you see what's called a desynchronized state, where neurons are tonically depolarized. And in the LFP, you see higher power and higher frequency ranges. While when the animal is more quiescent, you see high power and lower frequency ranges, and activity alternates between periods of activity and depolarization and periods of hyperpolarization and inactivity called up and down states. And so non-REM sleep is one of these synchronized states as characterized by Stereod in this foundational paper, which you can see in the membrane potential here, alternations between up and down states, but so are periods of, say, quiet wakefulness, and you even see these in anesthesia and slice. And so all of these states are thought to be mediated by an adaptation mechanism where recurrent activity maintains the up state, but is then quenched by an adaptive process which makes the network fall into a down state. And then once recovering from adaptation, the network returns to an up state. And so we modeled this using a Wilson-Cowan framework, a mean field model, where the population self-excites via recurrence and then activates adaptation which self-inhibits the network. And we found that this model can show a range of synchronized states from an oscillatory regime where it's just alternating back and forth with up states, but it can also show an excitable regime where the down state is stable, but noise can, say, activate the network into brief up states, or it can show the inverse of that, which is an excitable up state, where the up state is actually stable and adaptation is tonically active, but every once in a while noise will knock the population into brief occasional down states. And so these can be distinguished by their dwell time histograms, so how long the network spends in, say, up or down states. And we did a lot of bifurcation analysis of this model, which you can come see at my poster. And so the final question is, which one of these regimes is non-REM? And so shown here is a sample of data from a naturally sleeping rat in medial prefrontal cortex, and you see the LFP and 60 units. And so we find that the non-REM is like the excitable state. And that's it.